Hey guys, CryptoDad here again, and thank you for joining me on my Friday night live stream, the live stream Q&A from LA. So thanks for joining me, and let's get going. So let me see here, get everything straightened out. Hello Sam, how are you? Good to see you. Let's see, I'm gonna switch. Okay, so I've been working on a video most of the day. I worked pretty hard on it this morning, recording, and spent a lot of time editing today, and then I guess around 3 or 4 o'clock I finally realized that it was way too long. I ended up being about 50 minutes. So basically I had to go. Hey Crypto Chris. Hey. So basically I ended up having to go into my editor, create a new sequence, and pare it down to just part of the video, and then I just finally kind of finished that one off and uploaded it. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen how a video gets uploaded, but I'm just going to do it real quick here, just so I don't forget, because if I close that tab I got to start all over again. So basically what I'll do here, and I'm going to move this over here. I'm never sure where to put that chat window. Okay, so it's done. It's all processed. I've got the title. I've got the tags. The video has been uploaded and processed. So I just hit publish. And hopefully this won't bump me off of live. And I guess not. So the only thing that I have left to do again is go and put my end screen annotations on there, which we do over here. And I won't take long for this. Put a video on there for people to check out at the end of the video, and then we put the subscribe button on there, right? And then we go over to cards. Whoops, I forgot to save. We'll go over to cards. Hey guys, CryptoDad's. And the only thing that I want to do is all I need going to be NB, and took like 8 hours just to buy, and there's finance coin. So let's go over here to the that and boom, and in order to get another cryptocurrency. So I have Litecoin, so I need the transfer. Okay, I didn't to Binance. So that's why I used Litecoin, just a Binance coin. So you can see down here I have a balance of Litecoin. Ah, and my daughter says hi. Just kind of Maximus K, hi. So it'll be converted to who has his own YouTube. All right, there it is. I want to add a card for a buddy of mine, Crypto Bitcoin Chris.
Yeah.
And this is his URL on YouTube. I would like to give him a shout out on my live chat, but I'm also going to throw a card up for him, if I can find it. Where was I? Ah, yes, here we are. So I'm going to add card and promo a different channel. And that's Crypto Bitcoin Chris. And let's do that. Thanks, Chris.
Weren't you messaging him last
that?
night? Were you messaging him last night?
Yes, Christabel, I was. All right, so great trading advice from Crypto Bitcoin Chris. So I gave him a shout out on my video, and I'm giving him a shout out on my live. You know, a lot of times YouTubers reach out to each other, and this is really the first time that I reached out. Actually, second time I reached out to somebody who basically ignored me, but I may not have reached out to him the right way. So anyway, I reached out to Crypto Bitcoin Chris, and we ended up talking on the phone for about an hour and a half, kind of exchanging notes, and we're kind of a good fit. I'm a tutorial guy. I do how-tos. I don't give a lot of trading advice. I give a little bit, but I don't know really how to trade. And I don't really follow all of the new coins and the markets and, you know, the ups and the downs and, you know, the buys and the sells. And this is his area of expertise, along with all the latest news of crypto. So, you know, I found a couple of his videos online because they were suggested, mostly because of other things that I searched for, crypto news and that sort of thing. And when I started watching him, his channel was really small, but he works really hard. He puts out, I think every day he posts a new video, which is more than I can say for myself. Okay, Obama Blake asks, is Hunix impossible to hack? Now, I wouldn't say anything is impossible to hack, but Hunix is kind of a self-contained system. And for those of you who don't know what Hunix is, I've got a little conversation topic here, so let's kind of run with it. Hunix is a virtual operating system. And it basically, if you download Hunix, Hunix, you don't really install it onto your hard drive. You don't even install Hunix on a blank computer. So, like if you were to try to use Linux to be more secure, you would basically get a blank computer, a blank hard drive, and then you would run the install from scratch and install the OS, similar to the way you do Windows. Most people buy computers that have Windows pre-installed, but I've installed Windows many times, and you just install it on a blank hard drive. Now, but Hunix is different. Hunix is a virtual operating system, and it runs within a virtual machine. So basically what you have to do is you have to it would normally sit on top of Linux for security. It'll sit on top of Windows too, but you need gosh, now I can't even think of the there is a virtual machine. There it is, VirtualBox. Okay, so you can install VirtualBox on top of Windows, and you can install VirtualBox on top of Linux. It has different versions. Once you've got VirtualBox installed, it sort of sits on top of the operating system. And then you can install other operating systems within that. So they are self-contained within VirtualBox. So you could install another copy of Windows if you wanted to. But you could also install a copy of Hunix. And Hunix runs within the Oracle VirtualBox. So if you try to hack Hunix, what you're going to see if you try to drill down in is there's nothing. They can't access anything because it's running in a virtual environment. And that's what makes it not impervious to hacking, but very, very close to it. Now, I'm sure there could be a bug in Hunix, there could be a bug in VirtualBox that might somehow allow an attacker who is aware of what's going on to hack down through the levels, but Hunix is pretty robust. Although it's not getting, I'm not sure if they're still developing. It's kind of been stuck on its latest version for quite a while. 13 point something. All right. So the answer to your question is I'm not sure if it's completely impossible to hack. Might be. So anybody have any cryptocurrency questions? If you were watching that video that I just uploaded, I was discussing stellar lumens. And as I mentioned, I was recording that stellar lumens video most of the day today, and it ended up being way too long. So I had to pull out the part of how to buy and just make that a self-contained video. The entire video starts, I explain what stellar is, I show you how to buy it, and then after I buy it, we download and install the stellar wallets, and then I transfer the money into the wallets, and I show you how to use the wallets, and that was the whole thing. So stellar is where is stellar here? Stellar is the number 7 cryptocurrency in market cap, and it is a token. The token is called Stellar Lumens, but it is also a blockchain-based currency transfer system, similar to what the SWIFT banking system is, where I can send money from New York to England with SWIFT, but the charges are pretty high and there's a big time lag. And so we all know that Ripple is trying to cash in on this space using blockchain technology to make it cheaper and faster. Well, Stellar is another one that is also in this same space. Although Stellar is a little more decentralized, I believe Ripple is not it's not what some of the blockchain purists think a blockchain-based business should be. It's not a true decentralized network, whereas Stellar is. And there's a lot of potential in Stellar for people to be able to transfer money all over the world cheaply and quickly. And it's also an open source project that anyone is free to use. So pretty cool. What do Toronto crypto. What do I think about Tron? I'm not a financial advisor, and I will admit that I own some Tron. And let me talk a little bit about what Tron is and what I think of it. First of all, we can see here that Tron is number 10 cryptocurrency by market cap. A little bit down today. But it is a competitor to Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum, if you're not aware, is the number 2 cryptocurrency, and its token is called Ether, and that it is a network that runs. It's a giant virtual machine, and the oil that makes it run is the Ether. That's how you pay for transactions and transfer things in and out, and create and execute smart contracts. So Tron is a competitor in this space, and the interesting thing about Tron is that instead of using the Solidarity language, which is the language for programming on the Ethereum virtual machine, they're using JavaScript or Java, which a lot of people already know. So the appeal there is you don't have to learn a new language to program smart contracts and apps on the Tron network. And also Tron, it's a Chinese company, and it's run by a, let's see, TRX. I don't see the team. Here's the founder. That's a picture of him with the guy that runs Alibaba. So he's tight. He's a good businessman. He's got a lot of contacts, including the guy from Alibaba. So the rumor is that at some point Alibaba is going to accept Tron as payment on its website, network, whatever. It's like the Chinese version of Amazon. So if they come out and say, hey, we're going to start accepting Tron for payment, Tron is going to really benefit from this. Another thing interesting about Tron in the news lately is that it is about to transfer from its ERC20 status. It is currently an ERC20 token that exists on the Ethereum network at this point. It's going to transition into its own token and run on its own blockchain and have its own wallet. And so, and that is going to occur at the end of this month. So that's another exciting development in Tron. So I think it's pretty exciting. I think it has a lot of potential. I'm not giving financial advice because I'm not qualified. But as far as the technology goes, I think that there's a lot of promise in this coin and this company. Hey, Gabe C., how are you? I'm sorry, Jose, you asked me if I use this site to buy cryptocurrencies. Were you referring to the Stellar website? Yeah, there you go, Crypto Chris, Jack Ma, and Alibaba. Ripple owns Stellar. Now that's interesting. I did not know that. I thought that Stellar was an open source development. The Stellar Foundation. Open source distributed payment. I don't know that anyone can own an open source development project. Like nobody really owns Linux because it's open source. But I could be wrong. They could be owned by Ripple and just be adhering to open source standards of having their code base available for inspection and all that other stuff. But I'm not too sure about that Ripple owns Stellar statement. Do you have a link or anything that would substantiate that? I seriously don't know. You think, okay. You hope. Okay. Is Electrum a good wallet for privacy and security? As you know, when you say privacy and security, it's not really private. If you use it, in its intended state, I don't know that I have it installed here. Let me see here. If I do, it's going to take it quite a while to sync. Omaha Blake is asking me about the Electrum Bitcoin wallet. And let me see if I can do this. Oh, I guess I don't have it installed at the moment. Let me try this one more time. It looked like it was trying to open up. Let's see if I think there's another. Yeah, that's my wallet. The Electrum Bitcoin wallet, let me get this clutter out of the way, guys. The Electrum Bitcoin wallet is one of the premier desktop Bitcoin wallets. You download it to your computer, you install it, and you can send and receive Bitcoin and store Bitcoin in Electrum. Okay? But it's really not private. The blockchain is not private. It's somewhat anonymous in that I can send someone Bitcoin and buy something from them with just the Bitcoin. And I don't have to tell them anything else about me except the fact that I'm going to pay them in Bitcoin. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's take a typical example of Amazon. If I buy something from Amazon, I just can't. I just can't send them dollars, right? I have to give them my credit card number. They have to verify that that's a valid credit card. They have to verify that I'm the person that owns the credit card. So I got to give them my name, my address, my security code. I got to give them all kinds of personal information just to make a purchase. Bitcoin is not like that. I can just send Bitcoin. Now, the thing that makes it not private, though, is that the blockchain is available for all to see. Anybody running a copy of the blockchain on their computer, it can inspect, or even using a blockchain explorer on the web, can inspect all of the transactions that are occurring on the Bitcoin blockchain, right? And if you really know what you're doing, you can see the IP addresses associated with each transaction. So that means if they can see the IP address and you're running a computer on just without a VPN or Tor or anything, it's very simple to identify whose IP address that is. So it's very simple to take a look at all of my Bitcoin transactions, right? If you know what you're doing. So it's really not private. But the Ethereum wallet is very secure. It will secure your Bitcoin with advanced cryptography. It stores your private key in an encrypted format on your computer. As long as you don't reveal your private key to anybody, you're good to go. It's a decent wallet. Oh, okay, so now I got some people talking. That's great. I love it. Ripple does not own Stellar. Okay. Justin Sun is a smooth marketer, great cheerleader. That's why Tron may have a chance in the short term, but not long term. Will get eaten alive by future competition. Okay, fair opinion. It's really hard to say who's going to be successful. Some people even say Bitcoin may not survive. It's like the Betamax of cryptocurrencies. We'll see. But yeah. They haven't really stood the test of time yet. But this transition to their mainnet is, they're on deck, they're on stage. So I'm sure we'll find out in the near term whether they fare through that transition well or not. What is my preferred exchange? Now, well, I like Coinbase, of course, but you can only buy 4 cryptocurrencies on Coinbase. I always start with Coinbase, though. And the reason I always start with Coinbase is because they'll accept my bank account and my debit card, right? So Coinbase is where I start. Now, you can only buy these top 4 cryptocurrencies on there. So if you want to buy altcoin, you got to go somewhere else. So in that case, I also mention if you're on Coinbase, you should definitely have a GDAX account because they're the same company. GDAX is the trading platform for Coinbase. So if you have a Coinbase account, you can simply connect the 2 accounts together, and then you can transfer crypto back and forth with no fees. Pretty good. Now, having said that, I like Coinbase because I can buy crypto with my debit card or my bank account. That's where everything starts. But when it comes to exchanging cryptocurrencies, altcoins on bigger exchanges, I really am kind of torn between Bittrex and Binance. I lean a little bit more towards Binance. Let's see if it'll let me do this. Yeah. Binance is obviously, you can see it's a Chinese cryptocurrency exchange. I am not sure. Whoa. I guess I missed it. That was weird. I hardly ever miss that. I believe it was located in Hong Kong at some point, and then it moved somewhere else so that it could be free from regulations. So, and it's pretty functional. It works really well. So let me log in here. And you can use two-factor authentication on there, and then you've got a lot of advanced features for buying and selling lots of different cryptocurrencies. I don't know, hundreds, thousands of cryptocurrencies you can exchange on Binance. And when you look at your funds, you've got wallets. Most cryptocurrency exchanges are like this, where you can withdraw. Cryptocurrencies. You can deposit cryptocurrencies. So basically, what you do, you can't use cash on Binance. You can't connect it to your bank account. So what you have to do is fund it with cryptocurrency. So you start. Where did we go here? I guess I lost it. Let me go back here. Crypto exchange. So you would start on Coinbase and GDAX, and then from there transfer whatever you've got ETH, you've got Bitcoin or Litecoin even. You can just transfer it over to Binance, right? So you just go over here to BTC, go over here to Bitcoin and choose deposit. Give them your deposit address in your Coinbase or GDAX or whatever wallet you've got, and fund Binance, and then you can just go to town. Now, I also like Bittrex. Bittrex is a U.S.-owned cryptocurrency exchange. Good and bad about Bittrex. Let's go this one. It's U.S.-owned, so it sort of falls under. You feel comfortable knowing that it's falls under the purview of the United States, and that it is a lawful kind of thing. They can't be a scammer because they do business in the United States. But they're also, I believe, they might go to the KYC model, where in order to open an account, you need to provide all your identification. So you really have no anonymity when you're trading it. They haven't done it yet, but the rumor is that they will at some point. And if they do that, you might end up with your funds locked. If you have what they call a legacy account, and you have just opened the account with an email and some crypto, and you haven't provided them really any personal information, they might just lock your account until you update. So that's one bad thing. The good thing, though, about Bittrex is there are other rumors that it will start accepting cash pretty soon, so that you'll be able to just fund cryptocurrency purchases of any kind of cryptocurrency with cash. Wouldn't that be great? You can just go use your debit card and buy Stellar Lumens, or buy Tron, or buy Cardano, or whatever you want directly with your card, which would be awesome. So let me do this here. Talking too much. Yeah. It's one of my things. Okay, so you see here, they want me to identify myself. It's not required yet, but they do nag me every time I log in, because it's a US-based kind of thing. I think that, doggone it, I did it again, didn't I? But that's okay. I think I'm already logged in, so it should take me back. No, I'm going to have to do it again. I will try to keep these open, so that if we want to talk about any cryptocurrencies, I'll have access to them. Nope, something happened. Let me try that again. I hope I didn't lock myself out of my account. Okay, there we go. Sometimes you get like that cold feeling running down your spine, like you've just done something horrible. Okay. Similar to the feeling that you get when you lose cryptocurrency. All right, so I'm just going to keep those tabs open Ugh. Yeah, something funky's going on here. All right. Well, Binance is not being friendly to me anymore. Oh, okay. There it is. All right. How many people out there have ever lost cryptocurrency? It's a horrible feeling. Oh, okay. So Maximus is advising everyone to keep all of their cryptocurrency in a hardware wallet, Ledger or Trezor. A very sound policy. Okay. The only thing is that a lot of people aren't really adept at that. So I would say I don't know what the stats are, but I would say the vast majority of people in the U.S. that own any cryptocurrency probably have it in their Coinbase account, right? Or they've moved it onto an exchange. They don't really even know how to work a wallet, So I'd say the vast majority of people have just bought Bitcoin on Coinbase, and there it stays. Right? In my videos, in most of my videos, you'll notice that I show people. Let's see if I can find it here. Most of my videos are of the nature. I haven't done one in a while of the particular, but basically what I've been preaching for quite some time on my channel is, okay, you buy it and then you move it to a wallet, right? How to purchase Litecoin and store in a paper wallet. How to buy ERC20 tokens and move them to your Ledger Nano S. I've got a lot on Ledger Nano S. How to buy Litecoin on Coinbase and transfer to the Ledger Nano S. So I do a lot of videos where I say, look, here's what you do. You buy it, and right after you buy it, you move it to your wallet. Okay? And but some people want to sell their cryptocurrency at some point. So and some people would rather leave it there on the exchange so that they can just pull the trigger when they need to. Who knows? If you really think that an hour is going to make a big difference, then it may not, right? So if you just keep all your crypto in your ledger and then the price skyrockets, you got time to transfer it over into the exchange so you can sell it. But some people might think, oh, well, maybe the exchange will be overloaded and I might not be able to get my Bitcoin back in there so I can sell it. Well, if it's that overloaded, you probably won't even be able to sell your Bitcoin either. When things get hairy, a lot of times people are locked out of their accounts, and you don't want that. So in the long run, you're safer having it in a wallet. Even if the price goes up or down, at least you still own it, right? You don't want to be separated from your crypto. Binance moved to Malta Island in the Eastern Mediterranean Sea. That's what I had heard too. Yeah, I like Binance. It's good. Yes, I was going to point that out too. Toronto Crypto. It has happened to me where, let's take a look at some of these wallets. Here you go. Digital Note. It's got this eye on it, which means you can't do anything, right? You can't withdraw and you can't deposit, right? And then it happens on Binance too. Let's see here. Right? Like EOS. Now, EOS is that way for a reason because they're in a transition phase right now. But a lot of times you'll hit a crypto, maybe a popular one, like Cardano or IOTA. When there was a big IOTA craze back in December of 2017 where you could buy it, but then you couldn't withdraw it. I'm like, well, what's the point? I just gave you my money, but now the crypto's locked in there. So that can happen for a variety of reasons. The bigger exchanges tend to handle it better. The smaller exchanges can really gank you and for what they might tell you, oh, we're having server problems or whatever, and you can't get your crypto out. That's very frustrating. Yeah. So yeah, if you're going to buy cryptocurrency, you might want to just stick with the big ones, Binance and Bittrex. Coinbase, Gemini, and Bittrex are all U.S. based. That is true. Yeah, Coinbase is also a U.S. company. Yeah, like I said, you feel a little more comfortable on a U.S. based company. So I'd like to shout out Crypto Chris. If I didn't say hello and welcome, thank you. Toronto Crypto, thanks for joining me. Maximus K, I think I already said hello. Gabe C, thanks for joining me. I really enjoy it when you guys show up and ask questions. Do you think Cardano will do a cook burn or coin burn? Hey JB, how are you? Thank you for joining. I hold some Cardano, but I didn't hear anything about this coin burn. I'm assuming that's some sort of way they're going to eliminate some coins out of their ecosystem, right? They're going to destroy some coins in order to make what's left more valuable. I guess it's kind of an inflationary technique. Let's see. I'm going to check that. Okay, so some people are talking about it. Okay, well, Cardano is saying that they have no plans for it, I guess. There are no plans for a coin burn. Okay, this is Charles Hoskinson, who worked on, I believe he was one of the lead developers with the Ethereum project before he split off and helped form the ADA project or the Cardano project. What I will say about Cardano, and my instinct would be to say they probably won't, because they are a science-based company. They're some real eggheads. They have decided to form a company to try to improve on the shortcomings of Ethereum, which tried to improve on the shortcomings of Bitcoin. So Cardano claims to be a third-generation cryptocurrency. Like I said, it's the lead guy is a former developer on the Ethereum project, or involved in the business. I'm not sure which. And then it's a bunch of scientists who are using the scientific method. They're very they're taking it slow and methodical. They're very science-oriented, methodical, and I have a lot of hope in this company and this coin. It's going to be like Ethereum. It's going to run a virtual machine and execute smart contracts, and I have a lot of confidence in this company. I don't know if the price is going to go up tomorrow, or if I'm going to have to wait 4 years to see the price of the coin go up, but I'm a hodler of Cardano. That's where I'm at. Okay, so Core Gaming has just added to the conversation that big visions, but no tech, nothing concrete yet. And I believe I've heard that myself too. I'm not following Cardano every day. That may well end up being what it is. It may end up being a big idea that never really does anything practical. That's a possibility. And that would, I guess, would be its Achilles heel if they don't actually, catch on mainstream-wise and start being adopted as a payment method or as a home for smart contracts. You need to be practical as well as theoretical. Good point. Yeah, okay, so Maximus says the Cardano white paper is a masterpiece, very well written, There's a lot of white papers out there for these, wannabe coins that are cutting and pasting from other people's white paper. And I've not read the Cardano white paper, but based on what I've heard about the company, I'm sure it's very meticulous. Yeah, let's just, and Maximus is saying it's a long term. So let's hope that, I don't know if any of you, my thing, and I haven't let this sink in a while, so it may not, I haven't run this wallet in quite a while, so it may take quite a while to sync. I hope I get my screen back. I might not. Sometimes that happens. Let me see if I go. Whoops. Whoops. I lost my screen there, guys. Sorry. Sometimes when I run an installer, yeah, that's one of the pitfalls here. So what I'm going to do, I hope you guys don't mind, damn. I hate when this happens. Let me try switching resolutions, and maybe that will knock it back into no, it doesn't look like it. It's kind of a glitch in my recording software in OBS Studio that occasionally that happens. You know what? I'm going to stop streaming for just a minute and then come right back and see if I can get this to come back. So just give me a 1 minute. I hope you don't have to rejoin. Okay, so I think I'm back. Okay, so you guys can see that on my screen again. I've been having some trouble with my video freezing too. I think I need to reformat my recording drive. Take all the files off and reformat. I have a solid state drive where I record and stream. Or maybe just reinstall OBS Studio. Here's the Cardano wallet. It's Daedalus. And if you have some ADA, that's really the only place you can put it right now. If you want to take it off the exchange, I do not believe that the Ledger Nano supports. Oh, this freezing is killing me. I don't think that Ledger Nano supports ADA yet. So if you have any ADA, you should store it in the Daedalus wallet. So it might take quite a while to sync because I haven't opened the wallet in quite some time. But I would encourage you, if you're interested in Cardano and you want to buy some and you want to store it in a nice desktop wallet, check out the Daedalus wallet. You can get it on their website. I'm sure if you're familiar with Cardano, you know what the Daedalus wallet is. Some of you may not. God. Yes, it does. And that may be why my video is freezing, because it's trying to sync. I think that may be part of it. Yes, and I heard that, well, I haven't heard anything really, but it would make sense for them to start supporting Cardano. I don't know. How hard could it be, right? Right? They support all kinds of other stuff, right? So I think this is their current list of supported cryptocurrencies. No Cardano. Doggone it. Yeah, I really like my Ledger Nano S. Yeah, it's really cool. So, I mean, that's where I have, I used to have Bitcoin on there. I've sort of cashed out most of my Bitcoin and moved into other altcoins. So that's where most of my Ethereum is in my Ledger Nano S. That's where my Litecoin is. I had all of my Ripple in there before I sold it. I believe I'm using I'm not using the Vertcoin. I have the Core wallet for. That's how I access my Stellar balance. The private keys are on my Ledger Nano S. So yeah, Ledger Nano, great thing. Actually, I believe if you're in the mood, I've got a affiliate link in the description of the live stream. Wherever it is. I've lost it. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, most of my videos, all my new videos have a Ledger Nano link, an affiliate link, which would credit me. I don't think anyone's ever used it to buy anything. Oh, so someone just commented on my latest video. The latest video that I just posted at the beginning of this stream. Yeah, you know what? I think that Cardano wallet is really messing things up. I'm just going to close it. There's no way it'll sync up by the end of this stream. I put how to buy Stellar Lumens tokens. And I don't know, those of you who are familiar with my videos, you've ever watched me buy altcoins, I always go to Coinbase and buy Litecoin. And then I move the Litecoin into Coinbase, and then I transfer the Litecoin into Binance or Bittrex. And the reason I do it that way is because it is faster, pure and simple. One night, I was doing a video, and I bought Ethereum on Coinbase. I moved it into GDAX, and then I wanted to transfer it over to Binance because I was going to buy an altcoin that, I had an Ethereum trade pair. It took 8 hours for the Ethereum to transfer from GDAX to my Binance account. It was ridiculous. So, ever since that day, if I want to move anything over into Binance or Bittrex, I use Litecoin because it's faster. If I have Litecoin in a GDAX and move it to any other exchange, it only takes a matter of minutes, 10, 20 minutes at the most. So that's why whenever I demonstrate how to buy altcoin, I move it using Litecoin. Once I have the Litecoin on Bittrex or Binance, I usually have to sell it for Ethereum or Bitcoin because there aren't that many trading pairs with Litecoin, right? So people always wonder, gee, why are you using Litecoin? It's so complicated and convoluted. Well, it is, but it's much, much faster than transferring Bitcoin or Ethereum from GDAX to a cryptocurrency exchange. Just ridiculous. Could be a few hours, could be more. It might be quick, you never know. Litecoin always saves the day. Is the Ledger Nano going to add Monero? As far as I know, Ledger's pretty tight-lipped about what they're going to be offering, and well, they should be, because if Ledger suddenly supports a new cryptocurrency, that cryptocurrency will benefit greatly and will probably have a run-up in the price. So anybody at Ledger that leaks that kind of information could get themselves in a lot of trouble. So if it's not in this list, it's just pure conjecture. Unless, somebody is leaking something somewhere. And that's possible. But nothing official until you see it on this list. Right? It would be great. And I myself have read or heard some rumors somewhere on that they will be supporting Monero in the near to not so near future. Why wouldn't they? Monero has been around a long time, and a lot of people like Monero. Whether they'll be able to implement all those privacy features, I don't know. Electronium. I think I have heard of Electronium. Electronium. I think someone asked me about this one. Now, let's check it out on CoinMarketCap. You know, we gotta, if it's on there. Okay, so it's there. It's 96. Not too shabby as far as market cap goes for one of the smaller coins. I don't know how long it's been around. Oh, that's just, let's go to all. Oh, that's it. That's the all-time. November 1st, 2017. So it hasn't been around very long. That's not necessarily bad.
Oh my God.
But I would prefer, I feel more comfortable when a coin's been around a bit longer. There's lots of great new coins out there, but I play it a little bit safer on that. Yeah. So, like if we look at our top 10, they've all been around for a while. Maybe Cardano hasn't been around quite as long, but Litecoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin, they're more established. But it's an interesting concept to be the mobile cryptocurrency, app-based mining from your phone, kind of interesting. But no, I don't own any. I've never really explored it that much. I think the only reason I pulled it up before was someone else asked me about it in either the comment section or a live stream. But like I said, 96 in the market cap, not too shabby. Where do we go here? Right, number 96 is pretty good, but hasn't been around a while. Zencash. Thanks, Toronto Crypto. I like that. I'm no financial advisor, but that's kind of like Stuart Smalley. I'm not a licensed practitioner. I'm the same way. I have to remember to always temper my recommendations with a grain of salt, because I'm not. But here we are in the cryptocurrency space. Even like the big time, paid financial advisors who've been at it for years, they don't really know what they're talking about when it comes to cryptocurrency. So there are no real experts when it comes to cryptocurrency. There are certain business principles that you could look at with certain companies, but the space is so brand new that anything's possible. Zencash. Now, while you're asking me about specific coins, I would like to point out, as I just did, that I just reached out to a fellow YouTuber named Crypto Bitcoin Chris, who does lots of videos on the latest news. And if you'll look here, the guy is prolific, right? He's a great guy. I talked to him for about an hour and a half on the phone. Very down-to-earth guy, just a real hard worker, and he does crypto news every day. He told me he works about 6 hours a day, and then goes home and puts about 4 hours into Bitcoin in research and recording, and then posting and working on his thumbnails. He puts a lot of work into his channel, so I highly recommend you check out Bitcoin Chris. I think I can. How would I do this? There's a way to do this. Is there a way to do this? I think there is. If I can find it. Let me go back here. This is my channel, by the way. If you've never visited my channel homepage, I encourage you to do that. You just peruse my videos. You may see one that you didn't think about, because not all my stuff is cryptocurrency. Do videos on Google Authenticator, how to pick strong passwords, how to reset your passcode on your phone, stuff like that. So I encourage you to check out my channel. And Crypto Bobby. So I think I can do this. I'm starting to learn how to do this. I got to go over here to the events. I'm live. That's good. Yeah. And I think I can... here we go. Cards. I can drop a card in here. Promote his channel. I got to go over here to the events. Uh-oh. Something weird happened. I'm live. That's good. Oh, I see what happened. Yeah. And I think I can... I just need to turn off my stream. Yeah, I'm sure. Sorry, you were getting kind of some feedback there, I'm sure. So I just threw up that card for Crypto Bitcoin Chris. I probably should have done that before I started. So where were we? We were at Zencash, right? Oh, sorry. What I was doing. Oh, sorry about that. I think someone asked me about Zencash before. And here's my process. You're watching me do it. So we're going to check out the website. Take a look at that. And then we go over here to CoinMarketCap and check it on that. See if it is listed or not. Okay, it is. That's a great sign. Sometimes you'll see a coin and you go to CoinMarketCap, it's not even on there. That's not a good sign. Not a bad sign. I mean, sometimes they're not on. So we're looking at rank 134 out of thousands of cryptocurrencies out there. So 134 is not too shabby either. Let's see, how long has it been around? Another June 1st of 2017. So it's over a year old now. Happy birthday, Zencash. Not bad. Currently at $22. Where was that? There it is. Okay, so it's another privacy-based coin, security and privacy. So the privacy coins, Monero is the big one. We've got Digital Note, I believe, is a privacy-based coin. Verge is a privacy-based coin. Dash is a privacy-based coin. And looks like Zencash is kind of in that space too. That's big. We all want our financial transactions to be private. And the powers that be try to make that you feel like that there's something wrong with wanting privacy. There is nothing wrong with wanting privacy, even in your financial dealings, right? You don't leave the door open when you go to the bathroom, right? You don't want your pastor seeing you go into that R-rated movie. You know, we all want privacy at some point in our lives, and we're entitled to privacy. So there's nothing wrong with privacy. This doesn't mean that, it's used by criminals. Just because it's private doesn't mean that it's used by criminals. I think they used to always give that rap to Bitcoin, and they just wore it down to where people don't even listen to that anymore. The reality is that cash is much more. Well, the vast majority of criminal undertakings are done with cash than with Bitcoin. So to point the finger at Bitcoin as being purely a crime, a criminal, a thing used by criminals is dumb, basically. Yeah, and so we got a couple of fans of Zcash. Or is that Zencash or Zcash? Is there a thing called Zcash too? Whoops. Sorry, I lost my place here. There is also another thing called Zcash. Okay. And Zcash is... okay, it's another privacy-based cryptocurrency. So, some fans of Zcash out there. So, you've given me some great ideas for new videos. I I hate to take advantage of you guys, but you guys give me a lot of good ideas for new videos. So it's almost like I do this stream just to get inspired. So I really appreciate it, guys, when you come in and point out new things to me. And Zen, what was the other one? Zencash. Yeah. So you'll see when I find a new cryptocurrency or a new wallet, I like to do a video and show people step by step how you go about downloading and installing the wallet. Let's see here. Zcash wallets. Okay, so the Exodus wallet. Oh, I think this is... oh, that's Exodus. Oh, okay. Coinami. Oh, it's supported on the ledger. Just put it on the ledger. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. That's a singing praises right there. If it's supported on the ledger, yeah, they got something going. Right. So yeah, I should probably do a video on just talking about what Zcash is. I think I mentioned at the beginning, I hate to repeat. Yes, Maximus K makes a very good point. We talk about our privacy. Before the internet, it was pretty easy to be private. You could just go down and buy something with cash. If you wanted to buy something, let's say you wanted to buy your wife some flowers, right? And you didn't want anyone to know because you didn't want the spoiled surprise, but somebody sees you or whatever. So we need privacy and that type of thing. But I buy my wife flowers on Amazon, and but if I don't have a chance to give them to her, she walks by my computer, she sees clickbait ads for flowers because they always give you clickbait ads for things you've purchased recently, right? Or you buy her shoes for her birthday, and then 3 days before her birthday, and she looks over at your computer, and there's like pop-up ads for the shoe brand that you bought her for her birthday. So nothing is private on the internet, really. So if you have privacy-based cryptocurrency that sort of at least your financial transactions are under that current of all of the other things that just like connect you to the internet, like social media and any websites that you browse. That stuff is so obvious. Like you open up YouTube, and if you had a moment of weakness, and you clicked on a pimple popping video, you open up YouTube and there's all these pimple popping recommendations. So there's no privacy. So yeah, I'm all about privacy and security. That's cryptocurrency comes into that. I mean, that's what cryptography is all about. Being able to send someone a message that no one else can read in transit. That's how it all started. It started with secret codes, the Caesar cipher. He's sending messages to his generals that are in code, right? And then you got to have the key to decode. Well, that's basically cryptography. You ever take a class on cryptography? They always start with the Caesar cipher. You just shift the alphabet down one. So that's I'm interested in cryptography, and as a result, privacy and security. Yeah, me too. Yes. What's interesting about that? Our habits and the things we do that are interested to big companies is wouldn't it be great if your little personal profile, your little personal bubble of all the things you do and the things you like and the videos you enjoy and the music you listen to, all that stuff, there was some way to just put like a bubble around it so that if a big company wanted to see my profile, they would have to pay me instead of just like it's almost like I'm the product, right? I go on these free websites, they get all my information, and then they turn around and sell it to all these firms that can use that information. So wouldn't it be great if you just had a way to keep your information in a bubble, and then people would have to pay you to access it? I mean, we'd all be rich, right? So there are some cryptocurrency companies out there that are trying to do some things like that. One of them is social activity token. I don't know if this company's going to go anywhere, but I like the idea. Let me see if I can find the website. Where did it go? They had a website at some point. Let's try Sphere. Oops. I can't spell. How do I spell it, guys? They don't even have it on here. Here we go. Now, if I could spell Sphere, I would have graduated from college, right? There we go. All right, here's their website. It's a social media company that is attempting to create a social media network that is protected by a blockchain type technology, and the tokens are exchanged between users, and big companies have to come in and buy access from you, using tokens. So if I want to give your product a review, then you have to pay me in tokens. So I like ideas like this. Like I said, I don't know if this company's going anywhere, but I just stumbled upon it and thought the idea was good. I would love it if we could all get paid to share our personal information. We may not ever want to share it, but we might if we get it decent. If you want to know if I bought flowers last year, how many times I went to the grocery store, I don't mind telling you that if you pay me for it, right? Yeah, pay us, man, it's our information. Pay us. Mithril also has an app called Lit, which pays you for crypto and social mining. Okay, that's an interesting concept too. Yeah, blockchain is going to open up all kinds of... This is it. Okay. Here we go. Very nice. Okay, cool. Very similar concept, right? You're going to connect to each other, and it'll be private, but you'll be able to trade value between each other. And I guess companies that want to access our profiles would need to pay us. Oh, this is mining, pardon me. Mine Mithril, find followers, fortune, and fame. Okay, so you're going to start mining this cryptocurrency and somehow connect with other people as you do it. That's a great idea. Very nice. Another great idea for a video. Ha ha ha. I'm going to take it. I'm going to put it in my new video ideas Word document as we speak. Cut and paste into that. That's great. Well, I'm just going to save it. I'm just going to keep it open in case you guys give me another great idea. You always do. Is crypto, Toronto crypto, is crypto the future of money? Gabe C., go to the bottom of the page. Oh, this is awesome, man. Nice website. Ah, okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. You share your stuff and you get rewarded. That's the way it should be, right? This whole model of free email, free social media, it seemed great at the time. Like, cool. You know, I can go on here and chat with all my friends. I can send an email to anyone in the world. And then your friend will go, gee, how much does that cost? And you go, you won't believe this, but it's free. Well, the reason it's free is because you're not really the customer. You're the product, right? You know, they're giving you free email. They're giving you a free social account because they're sucking all of this information from you that is valuable, right? So this kind of thing turns the table on that, right? You're getting paid to share your information, in a sense, right? Nothing is free. No, it's not. Yeah. So, but if nothing is free, they should be buying it from me rather than sort of tricking me into giving it away. I think people are wising up now. These scandals with Facebook and Cambridge Analytica have really opened people's eyes to exactly what Facebook's business model is. You know, they want your habits, your information. Is crypto the future of money? Toronto crypto. I believe that it is. And let me qualify that. Cryptocurrency is one of a new evolution of what money is, right? And there hasn't been a big evolution of what money is in quite some time. You know, we all know that in olden times people bartered because that was the way, you know, they traded and interacted with each other. Well, that's very impractical. I mean, you got to carry your hog with you if you want to buy some wheat, right? It's very impractical. You want something small and portable that you can use, that everyone recognizes as valuable, that you can exchange for the things that you need when you need them, right? So the farmer wants to sell all his grain to people who need it because he can't just sit on it forever. It'll go bad eventually, like his milk or whatever, his cheese. I don't know, right? That's why we have money, right? So we can exchange what we produce for something that will hold its value, right? And eventually, bartering got replaced with shells and feathers or whatever they use, and eventually shiny things like gold, and then coins, and then that was the evolution. And then as we move forward in time, the next big evolution was paper, right? They figured out a way to give paper value by fiat or by backing it with assets like gold, you know, gold-backed currencies. And then fast forward to here, it's been a long time since there's been an evolution, a step up of what money is. And Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are that type of evolution of what money is, how we think about money, and it's digital, right? It's a digital and it's decentralized, right? We don't need to trust anybody. We don't need anyone to manage it at a central location. It's an amazing, and it may be in its birthing pains, right? It may evolve to look like something else down the road. It might get destroyed by the powers that be. Who knows? But it's definitely an evolution of money, right? Whether or not it's going to be the future, I don't know. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to hope that it is, because it's really cool. I've used Bitcoin for several years now, and I've always found it amazing. I always thought it was so cool to be able to transfer. You got this digital value, and using your computer, you transfer it from one place to another, and you buy something with it, whether it's something virtual or something real. This computer that I'm using right now, I bought with Bitcoin. I had several cryptocurrencies. I cashed out of 2 or 3 of them to take some profit, and I put it all into Bitcoin. And then I used that Bitcoin on Newegg.com to buy myself a new computer. And I find that just amazing. Really, it's just amazing. I get excited about stuff like that. Yeah, that's right. If they're going to commodify us, they should pay us. No such thing as a free lunch. I like that. It's me, Boss Lady. Welcome. Thanks for sharing. I know I get caught up when I'm doing these live streams and never really check how many people happen to be watching at any given moment. I'm assuming there's more people watching than commenting. So welcome, all of you who just happen to be watching and listening. I really am thrilled that you're here joining me. And come back again and check out my channel. Check out my channel. I don't know where it is. It's over here somewhere. Check out my YouTube channel. I don't know where it went. You used to be able to get to it from here. I don't know what happened. I have a channel somewhere. Actually, yeah, I think that I have a link to it up here. For those of you who can't figure out how to get to your YouTube channel. Yeah. There it is. You can just, you can just go there and check out some of my videos. Just, go to the video section here and just kind of scroll up and down, see if you find anything interesting. You might be surprised. You might go, gee, I didn't know he did videos about computer lights. Might be something that doesn't interest you at all. Might be like, wow, that's cool. A lot about cryptocurrency, but I do stuff on verification of software, all kinds of stuff about cryptocurrency. You may get really bored. When I first started, I talked way too much, and some of my earlier videos, I just ramble on and on. So you might find that funny and entertaining. I don't know. I didn't have a video editor either. Right now I'm using Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro to edit my videos, and I'm trying to make the videos a better quality, a little more engaging, a little more succinct, and I've been doing this for a year now. I started in June of last year. And so I just celebrated my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. And I really like it. No, Crypto Chris, but I just recorded a video this morning on Vertcoin. And I explained how to mine Vertcoin on YIMP. So today, I've had other people ask me about mining. And I am a casual miner, and I did mine Bitcoin for a while with an ASIC. It was an Antminer S3, and I mined Bitcoin with that S3 for about a year and a half, and that's where I got my introduction to Bitcoin. But I did a video this morning where I explained how to download CC Miner and and mine Vertcoin. Someone's here. He just ran by. Yeah. So you can on YIMP, you can mine cryptocurrency casually. You don't have to go out and buy yourself a mining rig. If you're a gamer and you've got a halfway decent graphics card, you can set this up in less than an hour, most likely. But I'll get that video posted because it's a step-by-step. There's a lot of pitfalls to mining, but once you get it set up, my wife is hooked. When she goes to bed, she always makes sure that she turns on that miner so it mines while she's sleeping. Right? You don't want to try to game while you're mining because it's too much. It pulls too much of the resources away. But so I will, Crypto Chris, do some more videos on mining. I don't have an ASIC miner, so I don't have the resources really to do a video on ASIC mining because I always like to demonstrate. And but I would if I'm hoping that I'm going to be successful and prosperous as time goes by, and there's a lot of things I'd like to do, and one of them would be to maybe buy an ASIC miner, and do a video on how you set it up and how you use it and all that good stuff. I think right now, if you wanted to be a real ASIC miner, you would get an Antminer S9. I think that's the current one. The Antminer S9. That's the latest one. And the company is Bitmain. They're in China. So if you're interested in that, this would be the way to go. But they are expensive. I mean, we're talking like $2,000, $3,000. I don't know. They're expensive. And they ship them from China, so they take forever. And you're like, what? Yeah, here we go. I don't know why the S9 isn't at the top. It's supposedly the latest one. Okay, so they're, around 1,000, depending on what you get. And it's, it's a Chinese website, so it's a little tricky to navigate. See, now it took me back to this. I would like to know what the price of this thing is, but anyway, they're expensive. So, but they will make you money if you have the initial money to put into the investment and you have the time and the inclination to set it up and run it. I will point this out that they are loud and they are hot. They generate a lot of heat. So if you're running several of them in a room, that room is going to always be hot. And they will consume electricity. So your electric bill goes higher. So not only do you have the capital expenditure of buying the thing, you've got your electric bill, you've got overhead. Your electrical bill goes up as this thing mines. But and you pay that electrical bill in cash, but the idea is you're getting Bitcoin and or whatever you're mining, and it will you can save that. GMO out of Japan is the name of the company taking orders in July. How to stream on DLive. Okay. If you guys are not aware, I am using a piece of software called OBS Studio. OBS Studio is free and open source, and that is the software that I use to record my videos, and it is also the software that I use to stream. But I know there are some other pieces of software that you can use for streaming. So I'll check out DLive, see how that goes. Oh, I probably have checked it out before, obviously. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm trying to get a little more savvy in all of these new technologies. Signed up for Twitch, checked it out. I'm still kind of lost. I mean, I saw a guy on Twitch playing a game, and he had on like this cool, like, costume. You know, it was like a suit, you know, with a hat and everything. He was like dressed the part and everything, and it's like a whole, I don't know, subculture community, right? Cool stuff. I like games too. But I was checking into it because apparently there's a cryptocurrency section now. But I checked it out. It's mostly traders. It's people that are trading live, and I didn't see anyone doing tutorials live. So we'll see. If you click video, you can see the current upvoted videos. Up here? Okay, cool. Cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this guy here, Box Miner, I believe. That's his YouTube channel. So this guy's very successful. Talks about cryptocurrency a lot. So looks like he's moved over to DLive too. He did a lot of live YouTube videos too. One of the first people on YouTube that I didn't even know they had live YouTube videos until I started doing YouTube, recording YouTube. I had my own channel, and I noticed that this guy was doing live YouTube videos, and I think he does a YouTube video every day. He's like Crypto Bobby, Crypto Bitcoin Chris. Pardon me, Crypto Bitcoin Chris does videos every day too. Very nice. I'll have to check it out. Upgrade my life. Very nice. Okay. Maximus K, when you run an ASCII miner, you'll want to join a pool, right? You could solo mine with that high-end ASCII miner. You might get lucky. Let me see, where are we? I was on ant mining somewhere. I thought, no. See, too many tabs. Let's take all these tabs. Oh, there go my, well, it's okay. Let's go back to Antmine. Just while I'm talking about mining. So Maximus K, if you're not familiar with the way a mining pool works, or mining in general, what happens is you're running all these calculations to try and solve these mathematical puzzles, right? You're trying to look for the next block, and you need to find a hash or a nonce or something of that nature. And so your ASIC miner is just grinding away, trying keys and trying them over and over until it finds the right key and discovers the next block. When it discovers the next block, it gets rewarded with Bitcoin and all of the transaction fees of that block. And boom, you just made yourself a lot of money. But solo mining is very difficult, right? You have a very, very low chance of discovering that block. Now, if you join a mining pool, you connect your ASIC to the internet, you join a mining pool, you lend your mining power to that mining pool, and you get a fair share of all the rewards. So that mining pool of 100 or 1,000 or however many miners are, joined in that pool, when that pool has a much better chance of discovering a block. When that pool discovers a block and gets rewarded with the Bitcoin and the transaction fees of that block, they split that reward among all of the pool miners. So if you're running an ASIC, even the latest, newest ASIC, it would behoove you to join a mining pool, because you may not get as much as you would if you somehow discover a block on the blockchain, which is pretty slim. You will get a, slow and steady wins the race. You'll get rewarded consistently when you join a mining pool. Box mining made 179 SBD, not USD. So, yeah, you join a pool and get a piece of the reward. Okay, so Graylin, so what you're saying is these people on DLive are making good money. I guess that's what you're trying to tell me. And looks like there's some crypto stuff on here. So this may be the way, the next step for me to check it out. How do you join a mining pool? Very good. So it's basically like signing up for any type of account. You have to be careful. There's a lot of it's kind of a tricky field to get into. I remember when I did it back in 2013, there were a couple out there, some good, some bad. You kind of have to try them out. I remember I joined one. You basically sign up for an account, and then they give you an address, a mining address, sort of like what I was showing you over here. So for YIMP, as you can see here, this is the address of the YIMP miner, right? That's how you would configure your ASIC miner. An ASIC miner has, it's like a command line option type of thing, like a bat file. And so you find the mining pool that you want to join, not YIMP. YIMP is not really an ASIC mining pool, but it's similar the way you do it here. You would put in that address in your mining, your ASIC mining configuration, and then you're pointing that ASIC box to that mining pool, and your processing power goes to it. It's a little bit of a mystery of how it works, but you're lending the processing power of your ASIC machine to that mining pool by you set in that address, and then you put in your wallet address. This is all very similar once you find the right pool. And then when you are eligible for rewards, they get paid out directly to that wallet, whether it's a Bitcoin wallet or whatever it is. That's the way mining pools work. How to find them? I haven't searched for an ASIC mining pool in a while, but I'm sure if you Google it out, best ASIC mining pool, right? See, there we go. We got ant pool, slush, F2 pool, those kind of things, right? That's how you do it. And when you join a mining pool, enable two-factor authentication so that people can't hijack you and take your crypto. Thank you. Thank you, Graylin. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. What my goal? My goal is not that far off. I don't want to have to work my other job anymore, and I'm not that far off. There have been times during this last year where I get a little bored, or depressed, or whatever you want to, or burned out. There's YouTube burnout, and you don't make a video for a couple of weeks. I think I went like 3 weeks without posting a video, and it's like anything. You've got to put effort into it. You've got to put your creativity into it and your energy into it. And, I already love this subject matter. I love teaching. I love doing tutorials. I've been in tech support for many years. I go to people's houses and work on their computer. And part of that is not just troubleshooting problems, but explaining explaining to people how to do things. And that's the teaching aspect of it. So I like both of those. I love tech, and I love teaching, and I love teaching tech, doing tutorials. So, all I got to do is put energy into that, and I'll do all that peripheral stuff that you have to do with YouTube. Get the equipment, record the video, edit the video, upload the video, create tags, titles, all that periphery stuff I'm learning. Right, but I've got the skill for the base of what it is, the content that I provide, and so I'm gonna, stay confident in that and keep going. And if any of you guys would like to ask me a specific question, leave it down in the comments at any time, and I'll give you a hint. If you just when you comment in one of my videos, some of you I know. Some of you I see when you comment in my videos, and I remember you from the live stream. Some of you I may not. Some of you that haven't made any comments at all may not. But if you just give a little shout out when you comment on one of my videos and say, "Hey, I was at your live stream on Friday, and I have a question," and I'll try to get you a decent answer for that question. Try to get you a custom video. Or at least reply to you in the comments section to give you a satisfactory answer. I've helped a lot of people that were stuck, and that's very rewarding for me when someone has a problem and they're frustrated, they're freaked out because it involves money and cryptocurrency, and I give them some advice. I give them some things to try, and then they get it done. And then they come back and they say, it worked. Thank God. Thank you. That's a great feeling on my part that I helped someone. I didn't do it for them. I just pointed them in the right direction, and they found their own solution. Graylin, I tend to explain things too much. I think I mentioned that I was working on a video today. It turned out to be 50 minutes long. So I need to learn to be a little more to the point. But we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to make my videos short and sweet and to the point. Thanks, Gabe. Yeah, I think of all the people that have asked and received help from me, the Ledger Nano thing, I've helped a lot of people with the Ledger Nano because it's a piece of tech, and I've played around with mine long enough to know what it can and can't do, and when it glitches, what happens, and how you get out of glitches. So if you got a question about your Ledger Nano, be sure and let me know. And also, if you've got a Ledger Nano, check out my video page on my channel page, and you'll see you can just type in Ledger Nano in the search bar. Let's try that. Let's try that. Where are we? I've lost it again. Okay, here we are. Go in to my video page and type Ledger, and you'll see that I've done I do lots of videos that involve the Ledger Nano S. If you got a question about a Ledger Nano, check out my video pages, and there may be something there that will help you. Ledger Nano is an amazing piece of hardware. I bought it. As soon as I heard about it, I knew I wanted it because I'd been using Bitcoin desktop wallets for several years, and I knew that I wanted a Ledger Nano S, and I got my hands on it, and it's really cool the way it works. Do I know anything about Pillar? Each one teach one. That's the crypto way. I like that. It's me, boss lady. That is the crypto way. Oh, okay, so Graylin is answering the question from Crypto Chris. It's not a full coin yet. Right. I think I mentioned that earlier for those of you who joined since then. If you can't find it on CoinMarketCap, you might want to think twice about buying it, right? There are some coins that aren't on CoinMarketCap that might be good, but that's my first test. When someone says, hey, have you heard of X? I go check it out. Oh, look, it's there. Is that the right one? Oh, okay. Is this the coin that you're asking about, Crypto Chris? 23 cents, 181 rank in market cap, and has been around since July 24th, 2017. Almost a year old. So that's my first source. If you don't have a link to CoinMarketCap in your browser, you should if you're into crypto. And then you'll notice here, and I've got like individual prices. So if I'm like, what's the current price of Bitcoin or whatever, I can just do it. And then this one is the full list of cryptocurrencies ranked by market cap. It's always, you can check prices that way. It's a really good resource. Yeah. If you want to know anything about a coin, check it out. Start with CoinMarketCap. And then do your own research, check their website, go on forums, that kind of stuff. Token versus coin. So what you're saying is it's still a token? It's still a ERC20 token? Yeah. There's a lot of ERC20 tokens out there. I don't see here on CoinMarketCap where it tells you whether it's an ERC20 token. That's funny. That's a big distinction, whether or not it's a real token or still an ERC20 token. For those of you who don't know, an ERC20 token is a token that lives within or on the Ethereum network, right? It doesn't have its own blockchain. It's a token that can be moved back and forth across the Ethereum network, and they usually will live on an Ethereum address, right? They don't have their own blockchain yet. Most ERC20 tokens aspire to be real coins at some point, and that's a big transition. We were talking about Tron earlier, and Tron is at that place, right? Tron is an ERC20 token that will soon become have its own mainnet blockchain. IOTA just recently transitioned. I'm not sure it's quite done transitioning. Okay. So it's going to be a wallet for your phone with an exchange feature, although in the US you won't be able to use the exchange feature. Oh, Coin Puffs. Let's check this one out. I have to be honest with you, I saw an article about CoinMarketCap being less than above board. Alright, so let's drop this in my price charts folder so that I'll have access to that. So cool. I'll have to check that guy out. Right, and you can search for any coin. Right, you can check out a coin. I like the look and feel of this website better than CoinMarketCap. There's Crazy Robot Lady. She's everywhere. She is a robot, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to start checking out CoinPuff as well. It's really cool. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. Very nice. Oops.
What's up, Crypto Nation? It's Peter with
I
Decentralized
don't
TV.
know how that
Thank
happened.
you guys so much for tuning in.
I've seen his videos before. He's got a nice style, you know, and I can't show my background. I love my family. I love my apartment, but it's not YouTube ready. So I have a green screen behind me. But I always admire those YouTube people that have like a room with like cool stuff and shelves behind them, you know. One of these days, maybe, right? I'll just have. And then another one that I really love is like the tech guys that talk about computer builds, and then on the shelves behind them, they have all of the boxes of all of the cool tech, you know, all their graphic card and their motherboard boxes and everything. I have cool stuff, but the boxes are all like stacked in my closet above my clothes hangers, you know. So one of these days, you know, I'll get a real YouTube room, and it'll be cool. Life will be good. Huh. Yeah, EOS, IOTA already has its own blockchain. IOTA was never an ERC20 token. A lot of people, I think IOTA has a good idea, but the implementation of, there were some problems with their implementation. They do have their own blockchain, and then they have their own code base, but it's not based on binary, it's based on trinary, which sounds cool, but when you think about it, all of the machines out there are running on binary. So this trinary code is going to have to sort of run virtually on top of that until they design hardware that's compatible. So, and then there were some discoveries that some of their developers had tried to implement cryptography algorithms that they rolled themselves, that they wrote their own transformations, and that's not good practice. If you ever take a cryptography class, rule number one is don't roll your own cryptography algorithms. Always use the standard cryptography libraries, because they're, you know, you try to roll your own cryptography, somebody's going to find a weakness. So anyway, that's they may have gotten past all that, but that's kind of why I'm not like a cheerleader for IOTA that much. Okay, guys, I usually try to keep it to an hour, and I've almost run 1 hour. So I'm going to go ahead and wind down and thank everyone again profusely for joining me, for commenting. Anything you guys need, just throw out a comment in the comments of this video or on any of my other videos that you happen to watch, and you know, I promise you I'll do my very, very best to get you an answer. You can always shoot me an email too. I believe the email is available on my channel, but it's thecryptodad@gmail. So if you know you got anything that you need, a question that you need answered, a video that you would like to see, please let me know. You've given me some great ideas tonight, which I put in my list, and I'm gonna jump in there and get some new videos out for you guys. I got a couple still that I recorded today. I need to edit and post, so you'll see maybe one or two more before the weekend is up. And once again, thanks for joining me. For those of you on the East Coast, thanks for staying up late. For those of you in China and Indonesia and wherever, thanks for joining me wherever you are. I appreciate it. For those of you in California, I don't think it's even dark yet. All right? So enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And once again, thanks so much for joining me.